The trap of just following the crowd or listening to the crowd to a point where you're not even living your own life. You're just living a life that others have projected is the best life for you to live. That is a trap that many, many people fall into when they don't come to know themselves and develop this sense of confidence in what it is that they know they want out of life. All right, guys, in today's video, we're talking about ignoring the crowd. Now, it is very important for you to be able to navigate your life with your own guidance system taking the wheel. Now, of course, you have to develop this guidance system. You have to get to know yourself. You have to develop your self-awareness to know what it is that you really want out of your life and which directions that you want to go in. And that takes work. That takes a lot of learning and self-reflection. Getting to know yourself doesn't just happen overnight. So I definitely encourage you to go ahead and do the work that it takes to come to know yourself and use that self-awareness to navigate your life. Nobody can know you better than yourself. Now, here's where a lot of people fall into this trap of following the crowd or even just listening to the crowd. A lot of people, especially if you're a young person, are going to tell you what they think is the best way for you to live your life. They might be telling you to make sure you get a degree if you're somebody that's coming out of high school. They might be telling you to settle down and have kids before you get too old and undesirable. There's a whole bunch of different ways that people are going to project what they think is best for you onto you. And you have to have that inner confidence, that sense of self-awareness to know what is best for you and what isn't, and who is sharing wisdom and who is just projecting their perspectives on life. The trap of just following the crowd or listening to the crowd to a point where you're not even living your own life. You're just living a life that others have projected is the best life for you to live. That is a trap that many, many people fall into when they don't come to know themselves and develop this sense of confidence in what it is that they know they want out of life. Everyone is going to share their projections with you. They're going to tell you what they think is right, especially people who maybe you grew up with, having them as some sort of authority figure in your life. These are going to be your parents, maybe your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, maybe people in higher roles than you at work, perhaps just friends. It is very important to recognize that only you can truly know what is best for yourself. So it's very important not to just follow the crowd, not to listen to the crowd and let everybody else's opinions fill up your own mind and take place of where your own genuine opinion and internal guidance system should be. You have to make sure there's room for that internal guidance system to develop when you're doing this self-reflection and getting to know yourself. And if your mind is full of fears and insecurities that have just been projected onto you by everyone else in your life, then you're not going to have a lot of space for that self-reflection, that genuine sense of knowing yourself and developing that guidance system that is very important for you to have to decide what the best course of action going forward is, whether it's career paths or relationship paths or even just little decisions in life that people are going to project their opinions onto. Only you can know truly what is best for you. Now, I want to make something clear here. I'm not saying to completely block out all of the noise. There are going to be people that have a lot of wisdom. There are going to be people that have a lot more life experience than you, and they're going to share some things with you that might be genuinely helpful. But it's important that you don't just take these things for granted from said individuals. It's important that you consider them and think, is that really the best for me? Maybe it is. Maybe from time to time, the crowd is going to throw something your way that is actually very helpful, and you run it through the filter of your own personal guidance system, and it gets the approval. It gets this sense of, you know what, actually, that's a great thing for me to do moving forward. But it's important that you run it through that guidance system. It's important that you're not just taking everything for granted because some authority figure even if it's not, when I say authority figure, I don't just mean like the cops or the government or even your parents. Anyone that you place a sense of value to their word is going to be some kind of authority figure in your mind. So you have to make sure you're not just taking their word for granted. You're considering, maybe this is really good for me, maybe it's not. And like I said, just run it through your own emotional guidance system. I think you get the point there. Now I want to mention one more point about the crowd, that source that all the noise is coming from, all the advice, all the oftentimes unprovoked, unsolicited advice. When considering that an individual has a lot more life experience than you, that is only one factor. There's so many people that have a lot more life experience than me, but when I look at their life, I think this is not a happy life, a joyous life, a peaceful, passionate life, the one that they're living, that I want to emulate. So why would I be taking career advice from an individual who isn't happy with their work? Just as an example, there's a bunch of different ways that can go. Maybe you're taking relationship advice from people who don't have healthy relationships. So the main point there is be aware of the fact that a lot of these people giving you advice are not actually living a happy life. Everybody is going to project their opinion on you, and it's important for you to remember that only you can truly know what is best for you, despite everyone's best intentions to give you good advice. You're the only one who can truly know what is best for you. So get to know yourself, develop that internal guidance system, do some self-reflection. There's so many different worksheets that you can find online to get to know yourself, journaling prompts. You can watch YouTube videos that give you practices on getting to know yourself. I have a bunch of them. Having a meditation practice is going to really help you get clear in your mind and open up that space for you to get to know yourself. All right, guys, I hope you develop that sense of self-confidence, that sense of self-awareness that helps you build that guidance system to know what is best for you moving forward. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I'd really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.